What's going on? How y'all doing out there? So the Minnesota Timberwolves lead the series 3-1 against Golden State. They won. And it's not like Golden State didn't have a chance. They were up by 3 at halftime. But the problem was, Draymond Green had 14. Butler did your Butler, and Buddy Hield did too. But the problem is that you gotta have one of those kind of games that you score 25 to 30 points. And the other problem is the third quarter came around and Minnesota got to town. Anthony Edwards hit his 30. The guy that I think is the X factor for Minnesota, Sir Julius Randle, had 30. And again, and Michael Conley had 11, which was huge. But Randle, who's been balling, he's been on a mission. This is probably why the Timberwolves don't mind getting him in the postseason. He's been on a mission. Usually he settles for 17, 18 points a game, 10 boards, kind of thing. But in the postseason, he been balling. This was a huge win for the Timberwolves. This was because they got the two games in Golden State, and I said Golden State had to win both those games to have a chance. They had to win one of them to make this a series. They had to win both of them, and for Steph Curry to come back. I said it was over. Without him, they don't have the firepower. Jimmy Butler is not enough. Even if Draymond Green plays a good game, they can play these guys kind of tough. But the problem is like Minnesota did to Golden State what Golden State was doing to others. Third quarter, come out to halftime, it's time to put you to night. And the problem is that you can't stop that onslaught. You just waiting for Anthony Edwards at one of those games. You waiting because it's just a matter of time. And we picked this spot, big time win. It's one of those situations that injuries occur, and I don't really even talk about injuries too much on teams because you got to see what the others are made of. Now, what's happening for Golden State is Kuminga's had 20-something again. Kuminga should be getting more run. That's on Steve Kerr. That's Steve Kerr being a ding-dong about not playing him. He really ding-dong out of tune birdie here. This is a situation where if a guy can score like that and is that effective, you should be playing him. So that's on what's going on with that. It's just that, too much politics and you see a lot of stuff that happens. But the problem is they don't have the depth and they don't have that match tip for tat. This is where you do miss a Klay Thompson, because if you had somebody who was familiarized with the firepower and able to counter, Buddy Hield is play good, but he's going against a situation now where he's getting exposed. As good as Jimmy Butler is not the kind of dude that can score like that every night. Pozinski did okay, but, Draymond get the 14 was a big deal because that's usually good, and that's huge. But they don't scare nobody in the box, and no one is a threat to them. So this was a pretty much once Minnesota got rolling, that was another gear. So it's going to be tough for Golden State to get one when they play in Minnesota. It really is. It's got to be a quarter by quarter because I just think the series is pretty much over. And I said once Steph went away, that was pretty much a wrap. But the thing is, I knew the Timberwolves were going to make adjustments, and you got to learn from it. Got a young team, physical, got the right pieces. And Julius Randle is exactly the kind of piece that when you don't have, you see what he can do. Because he did it against the Lakers in the first round. He's doing it against Golden State in the second round. He's going to be a problem. He's balling, so we'll see. But anyway, Minnesota Timberwolves were up 3-1 against Golden State. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and your takes. Please like, subscribe, welcome those comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. We'll catch you next time. I'm out one time. Peace.